Hey, what's up guys? Gian here of Gadget Pilipinas and welcome to Week in Tech, where I talk about the biggest news in the world of consumer tech this week. In today's episode, I've got huge news about the teased electric model of the Delorean. You know, that car from Back to the Future. Now, I'll also give you my thoughts about a phone that failed in JerryRig's bend test and the two interesting smartphones that are powered by Dimensity 9000. Let's get started.
Well, hello there.
So, ayun na nga, Delorean Motor Company just teased the return of the DeLorean. Now, if you ever don't know about this, tanong nyo mom and dad nyo, because the DeLorean became popular because of Back to the Future. The video teaser included a sneak peek into the design of the new car with the iconic gull wing doors opening. Meanwhile, a play on lights highlights some of the front design, which looks to have a new design altogether. The teaser included multiple hashtags, including hashtags DeLorean Evolved, hashtag electric vehicle, and hashtag luxury. These are basically clues on what to expect from the new DeLorean. The first and the second hashtag seem to point at the same thing, which is the new model will have an electric motor. It's hard to tell if the first hashtag will be the name of the electric model or merely the project name, but the capitalized EV definitely refers to it being an electric vehicle. Now, here's a trivia for all of you. Did you know that there were only 9,000 units of the original DeLorean built before the British government placed the manufacturer under receivership in 1982? So sila po ay na-bankrupt, no? Ang nangyari is that an investor from Humble, Texas took over the company. Now, tingnan natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Is it just an imaginative attempt to make more people know what the DeLorean brand is? Or the company is really ready to launch it again with a new line of electric DeLoreans? I don't know about you guys, but I would like to have a car with gull-wing doors that fold up. Now, speaking of fold, did you know that OnePlus unknowingly released a foldable device with invisible hinge technology? Just kidding. OnePlus 10 Pro just folded on JerryRig Everything's new video. The first test was the scratch test, and unsurprisingly, it showed light grooves on level 6 of the most hardness scale and deeper ones on level 7. The body was proven to be made of metal, while the back is made of textured glass. Next up is the burn test, wherein an open flame is held to the display. The 10-bit panel held on for about 40 seconds before it showed damage on the display itself. Okay na, diba? Ngayon, for the last test, the OnePlus 10 Pro went through the dreaded bend test. The part of the phone that cracked was the volcanic black finish at the back. It cracked almost immediately like a thin layer of glass. Syempre, I highly recommend that you watch the full video. Zach or JerryRig Everything is one of the YouTubers that I really look up to. Anyway, here are my thoughts about this. Zach uses extreme measures to test the durability of devices. So yung methodology niya is to really make people aware of how the phone can withstand certain measures. If you think about it, the phone passed his scratch and even display burn test. It failed his bend test, which simulates na kunwari naupuan mo yung phone mo or you got into a freak accident tapos yung phone mo is nadamay, no? Honestly, in my case, I would still consider buying the OnePlus 10 Pro, provided that the price and features are right. Moving on, there are two phones that are launching with Dimensity 9000 chipset, which is setting up to be one of the best flagship chipsets in the market right now. MediaTek has confirmed on its official Weibo that its flagship Dimensity 9000 chipset will power the Oppo Find X5 series. I was actually expecting it to use either Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or the new Mare Silicon chipset, pero ayun, hindi pala, no? Also, a Vivo device under the model number V12856A, believed to be the Vivo X80, has been spotted on Antutu and Geekbench benchmarks powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9000 chipset. The flagship SoC will be based on TSMC's 4nm process with 3 GHz Cortex-X2 supercore, 3 2.85 GHz A710 large cores, and 4 1.85 GHz A510 mid-core architecture. The two devices are going toe-to-toe in terms of artificial benchmark. Oppo Find X5's Antutu benchmark showed it scored 1.17 million points, which is higher than its competitor, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 score. On the other hand, Geekbench results were 1,273 points for the single-core test and 4,324 points for the multi-core test. On the other hand, the rumored Vivo X80 scored a whopping 1.72 million points on Antutu benchmark. Now, in comparison, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra with Exynos 2200 processor scored 968,359 on benchmark. Its Geekbench result is also through the roof, with 1,248 on single-core and 4,191 on multi-core tests. For further comparison, based on our own testing of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 powered S22 Ultra, it scored almost 900,000 on Antutu. Meanwhile, it scored 1,232 and 3,404 in the Geekbench single-core and multi-core tests respectively. But remember, these are just artificial benchmarks, and what's really more interesting is how these phones perform in real life. There are also other things to consider like thermals, battery life longevity, and how optimized its applications are. So it was an exciting week for all of us. I hope you learned a lot in this video. By the way, if you're watching this today, February 24, 2022, I am inviting you to my last live with Samsung tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. If you haven't pre-ordered a Samsung Galaxy S22 smartphone or the Galaxy Tab S8, tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. is the best time to do so via Last Live. There will be tons of discounts and pre-order bonuses. Link is in the description box below. Anyway, thanks again for watching this video. This has been Gian, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!